Are you an intuitive introvert? Know the signs: INFJ and INTJ. Knowing yourself is the beginning of all wisdom. Aristotle. Have you ever felt like you see the world differently, sensing things beyond the surface, yet preferring the quiet solitude of your own thoughts? If so, you might be an intuitive introvert, one of the rarest and most insightful personality types. In today's video on spiritual wisdom, we'll explore the signs of INFJ and INTJ personalities, uncovering their deep connection to intuition and spiritual growth. Are you one of them? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and let's embark on this journey of self-discovery together. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more insights on personal transformation. 1. Unique perception of reality. A recent survey found that over 80% of respondents agreed or strongly agreed that they often perceive hidden patterns, emotions, and unspoken messages before others do. Many participants express that their deep, abstract way of thinking makes them feel disconnected from social norms. One respondent shared, "I always notice subtle changes in people's behavior before they say anything. It makes me feel like I'm living in a different reality than others." This profound sensitivity aligns with Carl Jung's description of intuitive introverts, people who unconsciously detect underlying meanings and connections in everyday interactions. Their perception extends beyond what is said, allowing them to pick up on subtle shifts in energy, tone, and even body language. While this ability can be a gift, it often makes intuitive introverts feel like outsiders in a world that values tangible facts over unseen insights. Because intuitive introverts process information at a deeper level, they often feel out of sync with mainstream society. While many people focus on surface-level conversations, intuitive introverts crave depth and meaning. Small talk can feel exhausting, and social interactions may seem shallow compared to the vast inner world they experience daily. INFJs and INTJs, in particular, are known for their introspection and ability to see potential outcomes before they unfold. This forward-thinking nature can make them appear detached or even distant, as they are frequently lost in thought, analyzing complex ideas and envisioning future possibilities. Unfortunately, this can create a sense of loneliness, as their unique way of thinking is not always understood or appreciated by those around them. Despite the challenges, being an intuitive introvert comes with profound spiritual advantages. The ability to see beyond the material world allows for deep self-reflection, making these individuals naturally drawn to philosophy, spirituality, and personal growth. They are often seekers of truth, searching for higher meaning in life and striving to understand the mysteries of existence. This introspective nature enables them to form a deep connection with their inner wisdom, guiding them towards self-awareness and enlightenment. Many intuitive introverts feel a strong sense of purpose, believing that their insights and knowledge should be used to help others navigate life's challenges. This aligns with the concept of spiritual awakening, where one's heightened perception becomes a tool for transformation. Rather than seeing their deep perception as a burden, intuitive introverts can learn to embrace their gift by surrounding themselves with like-minded individuals who appreciate their depth. Engaging in meaningful conversations, pursuing creative outlets, and dedicating time to spiritual practices can help nurture their unique strengths. By understanding and accepting their intuitive nature, INFJs and INTJs can turn their insights into a powerful force for positive change. Whether through writing, mentoring, or other forms of expression, intuitive introverts have the ability to inspire and uplift those around them. Their deep understanding of human nature and the unseen world makes them invaluable guides on the journey of self-discovery and spiritual growth. Comment below. I embrace my intuitive power if you resonate with the deep perception of an intuitive introvert. 2. Processing information differently. Many intuitive introverts, particularly those with INFJ and INTJ personality types, often find it challenging to express their thoughts clearly. This isn't because they lack intelligence or understanding, but rather because their minds operate on multiple layers at once, processing information in a deeply complex and non-linear way. A recent study found that over 76% of intuitive introverts struggle to put their thoughts into words, not because they don't know what they want to say, but because their ideas come together in an abstract and multi-dimensional way. One participant, a 25-year-old, shared, "Sometimes I just know something, but explaining it in words is difficult. It's frustrating because people often don't understand what I'm trying to say." This feeling of being misunderstood is common among intuitive introverts. Unlike most people who think in a linear, step-by-step fashion, intuitive introverts often see the bigger picture first, grasping insights and connections before they can articulate how they arrived at them. This unique way of thinking makes them excellent at recognizing patterns, predicting outcomes, and sensing hidden truths. However, it can also lead to difficulties in traditional conversations, where others expect direct, logical explanations. This struggle can be particularly evident in deep discussions. Intuitive introverts may pause frequently, searching for the right words, or they may end up simplifying their thoughts to be understood, which can feel unsatisfying. They might even remain silent rather than attempt to explain ideas that seem obvious to them but feel impossible to communicate clearly. This can create a sense of loneliness or isolation, making them feel as though no one truly understands the depth of their insights. However, this unique way of thinking is also a powerful gift. It is deeply tied to spiritual awakening, as intuitive introverts often experience profound moments of inner knowing. They can sense the underlying truths of life, even if they can't always articulate them. This heightened awareness allows them to navigate the world with a deep sense of wisdom and purpose. Instead of feeling frustrated by their struggles with verbal expression, they can learn to embrace alternative ways of communicating, such as writing, art, or even deep one-on-one conversations with those who truly resonate with their energy. If you find yourself identifying with this experience, remember that your way of thinking is not a weakness, but a rare and valuable strength. Your ability to perceive the unseen, understand emotions on a profound level, and connect ideas in ways others cannot is a gift. Instead of focusing on how others may struggle to understand you, lean into the ways you naturally communicate best. Surround yourself with people who appreciate your depth and seek out spaces where your insights are valued. Your unique mind has the potential to bring immense wisdom and transformation, not just to yourself, but to the world around you. 3. Perception of people. Studies show that an astonishing 89% of intuitive individuals can perceive emotions and intentions long before they are verbally expressed. It's as if they have a built-in radar, a spiritual sensitivity that allows them to pick up on the hidden energies around them. In addition, 71% of intuitive introverts report that they can quickly detect dishonesty or inauthenticity. This heightened awareness goes beyond just observing body language. It's about feeling the truth beneath the surface. One individual shared their experience, saying, "I can tell when someone is faking a smile or suppressing their true feelings. It's not just about their words, it's in their energy, their micro-expressions, the way they hesitate before speaking. It's like I can hear the emotions they're not saying out loud." The ability to read emotions and intentions comes with a challenge absorbing too much of other people's energy. Imagine walking through a crowded place and feeling the weight of every unspoken sorrow, every forced laugh, and every concealed frustration. It's no wonder that intuitive introverts often find social interactions exhausting. They don't just listen to words, they absorb emotions. Carl Jung, the father of analytical psychology, once said, "Your visions will become clear only when you can look into your own heart. Who looks outside, dreams. Who looks inside, awakes." This speaks to the intuitive introvert's journey, constantly deciphering not only the world around them, but also the vast universe within. There is something deeply spiritual about intuition. Many ancient philosophies and spiritual traditions recognize the power of inner knowing. Some call it a sixth sense, while others describe it as a heightened awareness or even divine guidance. The Bible, for instance, speaks of discernment as a gift. The wisdom of the prudent is to discern his way, but the folly of fools is deceiving. Proverbs 14:8. For intuitive introverts, this discernment feels like a sacred connection to the unseen. They don't rely solely on logic, but on a combination of intellect, emotion, and spiritual insight. This is why they often feel drawn to deep philosophical conversations, spiritual teachings, and self-reflection. They seek truth, not just in words, but in the energy that surrounds them. With great perception comes great responsibility. If you constantly absorb the emotions of others, it's essential to protect your energy. Here are some powerful strategies. Set energetic boundaries. Imagine a protective shield around you before entering crowded or emotionally intense spaces. This visualization can help prevent emotional exhaustion. Practice solitude. Time alone isn't a luxury for intuitive introverts. It's a necessity. Solitude allows them to recharge, reflect, and realign with their own spiritual energy. Trust your intuition. Don't second-guess your inner knowing. If something feels off, it probably is. Your intuition is one of your greatest gifts. Engage in spiritual practices. Whether through meditation, prayer, journaling, or spending time in nature, nurturing your spiritual self helps strengthen your inner wisdom. Surround yourself with authenticity. Being around genuine, high vibrational individuals can be incredibly refreshing for intuitive introverts. Seek out those who respect and honor your sensitivity. Being an intuitive introvert is not a weakness. It's a profound gift. The world needs more people who can see beyond the surface, who can sense truth in a world often clouded by illusion. Albert Einstein once said, "The only real valuable thing is intuition." Your ability to perceive beyond words, to understand the emotions left unspoken, and to connect with deeper truths makes you a rare and powerful soul. Embrace this gift. nurture it, and use it to bring light and wisdom to those around you. So, the next time you feel an emotion before it's expressed, or sense an unspoken truth, know that you are not imagining things. You are simply in tune with something greater, a spiritual force guiding you, whispering wisdom into your soul. Do you resonate with this? If you do, affirm it in the comments. I trust my intuition and see beyond words. 4. Sensitivity to environments and energy. A significant percentage of people, nearly 70% of those surveyed, report being affected by the energy of their surroundings and the people within them. This means that for intuitive introverts, daily interactions are not just social exchanges, but deeply felt experiences that can uplift or deplete their inner peace. One individual shared their experience. When I walk into a room, I immediately sense if there's tension or negativity. If the energy feels heavy, I just want to leave. For intuitive introverts, this ability to read energy is both a strength and a challenge. It allows them to understand situations beyond surface-level interactions, making them incredibly perceptive in personal and professional relationships. However, it also means they must be mindful of the environments they expose themselves to, as overstimulation can quickly lead to exhaustion. Intuitive introverts, particularly those with INFJ or INTJ personality types, often find themselves drawn to spirituality. This isn't just about religious belief, but about a deep understanding of the unseen forces at play in the universe. They sense connections beyond the physical world, picking up on emotions, energies, and even unspoken thoughts. Many develop a keen interest in spiritual growth, seeking wisdom from meditation, philosophy, and introspection. This connection to the spiritual realm often leads intuitive introverts to spend a great deal of time in solitude, not because they dislike people, but because they need space to process the overwhelming amount of information they absorb. Alone time is not loneliness. It is necessary for recalibrating their energy and gaining clarity. Large social gatherings, busy streets, and noisy environments can be overwhelming for intuitive introverts. Unlike extroverts, who thrive on external stimulation, intuitive introverts absorb the emotions and energies of those around them, often without realizing it. This can lead to mental and emotional exhaustion, requiring extended periods of solitude to recover. Being in a crowd means exposure to countless emotions at once, some joyful, some anxious, and others filled with unspoken pain. The intuitive introvert picks up on all of it. Without proper energy management, this can lead to burnout, emotional fatigue, or even unexplained mood shifts. To navigate these challenges, intuitive introverts must develop energy protection techniques such as grounding exercises, setting boundaries, and practicing mindfulness. Shielding their energy is essential to maintaining inner peace in a world that can sometimes feel chaotic. Recognizing that being an intuitive introvert is a gift rather than a limitation is crucial. It allows for deeper connections, an enhanced understanding of the world, and a greater ability to guide others through wisdom and insight. Developing self-awareness and spiritual practices can help intuitive introverts harness their abilities without feeling overwhelmed. One of the best ways to embrace this trait is through journaling, meditation, or engaging in activities that provide a sense of peace and alignment. Connecting with like-minded individuals who understand this sensitivity can also be incredibly beneficial. Subscribe to our channel and join a community that understands the power of energy and intuition. Here, we explore how to navigate overwhelming environments, protect your energy, and embrace your sensitivity as a gift. Remember, your intuition is a strength. Learn to harness it and thrive. 5. Communication challenges. More than 64% of individuals admit they struggle to express their deep thoughts in everyday conversations. Rather than engaging in surface-level discussions, they often find comfort in writing or intimate one-on-one dialogues where they can fully explore and articulate their ideas. This is a common trait among intuitive introverts, particularly those who identify with the INFJ and INTJ personality types. A 30-year-old interviewee shared their experience, saying, "I often hesitate before speaking because I feel like my ideas are too complex for a quick response. Sometimes I just stay quiet because I don't want to be misunderstood." This hesitation is not a sign of insecurity, but rather a deep awareness of the complexity of their thoughts. They are not ones to speak just for the sake of speaking. Instead, they carefully process information, ensuring their words hold meaning. However, this tendency can sometimes lead to a sense of isolation. Intuitive introverts often feel that their way of thinking does not align with conventional social norms. While others engage effortlessly in small talk, they crave depth, meaning, and conversations that ignite intellectual and spiritual awakening. Their minds are constantly analyzing, questioning, and seeking truth, which can make them feel disconnected in casual social settings. If you find yourself struggling to express your deepest thoughts in conversations, know that you are not alone. This unique way of thinking is a gift. It allows you to see beyond the obvious, to understand life on a profound level, and to connect deeply with those who truly resonate with your energy. Instead of forcing yourself into social molds that do not align with who you are, embrace the power of your introspective nature. Seek out environments and relationships where depth is valued over mere social pleasantries. The world needs intuitive thinkers, individuals who challenge the status quo and offer perspectives that inspire transformation. Your voice matters, even if it takes time to find the right words. Trust that those who are meant to understand you will, and more importantly, trust in the wisdom that comes with being an intuitive introvert. Comment below. I express my thoughts with confidence. If you're ready to communicate with clarity and ease, let's break through these challenges together. 6. Struggles with social interaction. Did you know that nearly 3 out of 4 intuitive introverts find small talk not just tedious, but downright exhausting? If you often feel drained by surface-level conversations, you're not alone. Many intuitive introverts, especially those with INFJ or INTJ personality types, thrive on deep, thought-provoking discussions rather than casual chatter about the weather or the latest sports scores. As one introspective thinker put it, "I don't enjoy casual conversations about the weather or sports. I crave discussions about philosophy, psychology, and the mysteries of the universe, but not everyone is interested in that." If this resonates with you, it's because intuitive introverts yearn for meaningful exchanges that stimulate their minds and nourish their souls. They seek depth, authenticity, and truth conversations that explore life's profound mysteries, not just fleeting, trivial details. This is why intuitive introverts are highly selective about their relationships. They are not interested in merely having acquaintances. They want authentic connections that bring true spiritual and intellectual fulfillment. They would rather have one deep, meaningful friendship than a dozen shallow interactions that leave them feeling empty. The philosopher Socrates once said, "Strong minds discuss ideas. Average minds discuss events. Weak minds discuss people." This perfectly encapsulates the mindset of an intuitive introvert, someone who would rather explore the depths of existence than engage in gossip or idle talk. But why do small talk and shallow interactions feel so exhausting? The answer lies in the way intuitive introverts process information. Their minds are always working beneath the surface, analyzing and contemplating abstract concepts. They don't just listen to words. They listen for meaning, patterns, and underlying truths. When conversations remain on the surface level, their minds feel understimulated, leading to mental fatigue and disinterest. They may smile politely and nod, but inside they are yearning for something more profound. For intuitive introverts, engaging in deep conversation is not just a preference, it's a necessity for their spiritual and intellectual well-being. They are drawn to discussions about human nature, the universe, consciousness, and personal growth. They may find themselves captivated by books on psychology, spirituality, and philosophy, always seeking to expand their understanding of the world. Carl Jung, a pioneer in analytical psychology, once said, "Who looks outside, dreams. Who looks inside, awakens." This deeply aligns with the intuitive introvert's journey in an inward search for meaning that ultimately shapes their outer reality. But being an intuitive introvert can also come with challenges. Because they often struggle to find like-minded individuals who share their love for deep conversation, they may feel isolated or misunderstood. They may even question whether something is wrong with them for not enjoying the types of social interactions that seem so natural to others. The truth is, there is nothing wrong with them at all. Their depth is a gift, and when they find the right people, those who value meaningful conversations as much as they do, they experience a profound sense of connection and belonging. So, if you ever feel like an outsider in a world that thrives on small talk, remember that your craving for depth is a sign of your unique perspective and inner wisdom. You are not alone. There are others out there who share your thirst for knowledge, your passion for meaningful conversation, and your spiritual curiosity. The key is to be patient and intentional in your search for authentic connections. Embrace your depth, honor your need for meaningful discussions, and never settle for surface-level conversations that leave you feeling empty. After all, the most beautiful connections in life are those that touch the soul and expand the mind. As the great poet Rumi once said, "Be like a tree and let the dead leaves drop. Let go of relationships that drain you and seek those that inspire and uplift you. Your depth is your strength. Cherish it." If you're still here, drop a comment saying, "I crave depth" below. Your feedback helps us connect with like-minded souls who seek meaningful conversations. 7. Need for balance. A recent study found that the vast majority of 85% of people recognize the importance of solitude in their lives, acknowledging that time alone helps them recharge. However, nearly half, 48%, admitted that excessive isolation can sometimes lead to feelings of disconnection. One participant put it beautifully, "I love being alone because it helps me reflect and recharge. But if I spend too much time alone, I start feeling like an outsider in the world. This perfectly captures the paradox that intuitive introverts experience. On one hand, solitude is their sanctuary. It allows them to process deep thoughts, engage in spiritual reflection, and find clarity in the chaos of life. Yet, too much withdrawal can make them feel like they are merely observing life rather than truly living it. What sets intuitive introverts apart is not just their preference for alone time, but their profound sensitivity to energies, emotions, and underlying meanings. Their intuition operates like an internal compass, guiding them through life with an almost mystical sense of knowing. They can walk into a room and immediately sense its atmosphere, feel the unspoken emotions of those around them, and pick up on patterns in human behavior that others might never notice. But this heightened awareness comes at a cost. Absorbing so much information, both seen and unseen, can be mentally and emotionally draining. That's why intuitive introverts often seek solitude not just for preference, but for survival. It's in these quiet moments that they process, recalibrate, and regain their spiritual equilibrium. For intuitive introverts, solitude is essential, but connection is just as important. The key lies in quality over quantity when it comes to social interactions. Unlike extroverts, who may thrive in large social gatherings, intuitive introverts seek depth over breadth. They don't need many relationships. They need meaningful ones, connections that feed the soul rather than drain it. Instead of forcing themselves into environments that feel unnatural, intuitive introverts should focus on cultivating relationships that align with their values and spiritual depth. This could mean engaging in deep conversations with like-minded individuals, joining spiritual or philosophical communities, or simply maintaining a few close friendships that provide emotional nourishment. Spirituality plays a significant role in the lives of intuitive introverts. Whether they follow a particular faith, explore universal consciousness, or practice mindfulness, their inner world is deeply connected to something greater than themselves. Many find that meditation, prayer, or journaling enhances their ability to process emotions and maintain clarity in a noisy world. However, the challenge lies in bridging the gap between their rich inner world and the external reality they navigate daily. Too much time in reflection, without real-world application, can lead to a sense of detachment from life. The spiritual journey of an intuitive introvert is not just about understanding the mysteries of existence. It is about embodying wisdom in everyday interactions, using intuition to guide actions, and allowing their inner light to shine outward. Understanding yourself as an intuitive introvert is not about changing who you are. It's about embracing your nature while ensuring that it serves you rather than isolates you. If you find yourself retreating too much, consider structured ways to stay engaged. This might involve setting small social goals, joining discussions that align with your interests, or scheduling time for meaningful interactions. 8. Embracing the gift of intuition. A remarkable 79% of survey participants recognize that, despite the struggles that come with it, their intuition is a profound gift. They've come to understand that this inner knowing isn't just a random feeling. It's a powerful tool that guides them through life, relationships, and career choices. When the world feels overwhelming, when logical reasoning falls short, and when uncertainty clouds their path, their intuition becomes the quiet but unwavering compass leading them forward. For intuitive introverts, especially those with INFJ and INTJ personality types, the journey is often complex. The world values extroversion, quick decision-making, and tangible evidence, yet, as an intuitive introvert, your strength lies in deep reflection, foresight, and a profound connection to unseen truths. This can make you feel like an outsider at times, misunderstood by those who don't perceive life the way you do. But make no mistake, your ability to sense, analyze, and predict outcomes is a rare and invaluable asset. One respondent in the study shared, "Being an intuitive introvert isn't easy, but I've learned to embrace it. My intuition helps me navigate life in a way that feels true to who I am." This powerful statement echoes the experience of many intuitive introverts who, despite facing moments of doubt, have chosen to trust their inner wisdom rather than suppress it. And this is key. Trusting your intuition is not about rejecting logic or external advice, but about honoring the deep knowing within you that aligns with your highest truth. If you are an intuitive introvert, you likely experience moments where you just know something before any facts or proof emerge. You might sense the outcome of situations before they unfold, feel the emotions of those around you without them saying a word, or understand unspoken dynamics in relationships. This is not mere imagination. It's a heightened form of awareness that allows you to see beyond the surface. However, this ability comes with challenges. You may struggle with overanalyzing, feeling emotionally drained in social settings, or second-guessing yourself because others don't see what you see. The modern world thrives on external validation, yet as an intuitive introvert, your greatest clarity often comes from inner reflection and solitude. Learning to balance your insights with practical action is essential to fully harnessing your potential. Your intuition is deeply linked to your spiritual awakening. As you become more in tune with your inner self, you realize that intuition is more than a mental process. It's a spiritual guide. It connects you to universal wisdom, helping you make decisions that align with your soul's purpose. Many intuitive introverts find that as they grow spiritually, their ability to perceive truths beyond the obvious strengthens. This is not a coincidence. It's an invitation to trust your journey and embrace the wisdom that has always been within you. If you found this insight valuable, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss powerful content like this. Trust your intuition. It's your greatest guide. Comment below, "I embrace my intuition and trust its wisdom." Thank you for joining us on this journey of self-discovery. If you resonate with the traits of an intuitive introvert, embrace your unique strengths and let them guide you on your spiritual path. Remember, understanding yourself is the first step to unlocking your true potential. If you found this video insightful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel, Spiritual Wisdom. And be sure to turn on notifications so you never miss our upcoming videos on personal growth, spirituality, and deep self-awareness. Until next time, keep shining your light and embracing your inner wisdom. Chosen ones, a detective is after you. You fucked everyone. Many are called, but few are chosen. Matthew 22:14. Welcome back to Spiritual Wisdom. If you've ever felt like life is testing you, like unseen forces are watching your every move, you're not alone. As a chosen one, your light naturally exposes darkness, and that makes you a target. But here's the truth. No weapon formed against you will prosper. The more you rise, the more resistance you'll face. So, how do you navigate this spiritual battlefield while staying aligned with your purpose? Watch till the end to uncover the hidden forces at play and how to protect your energy. Drop a comment below. Have you ever felt like someone was spiritually investigating you? Let's dive in. 1. You have been noticed. You were once unseen, dismissed, and underestimated. But those days are long gone. The moment you embraced your spiritual power and awakened to your higher purpose, the world took notice. Suddenly, eyes are on you, watching, analyzing, and even questioning your transformation. There is a detective on your trail, not in the literal sense, but as a symbol of the system, the people, and the forces that are desperately trying to understand what makes you different. They see your energy shifting, your presence expanding, and they are scrambling to decode the secret behind your rise. Whether they admit it or not, you have become a force they can no longer ignore. For most of your life, you walked in the shadows, unseen by those who could never recognize your worth. You were mocked, doubted, and disregarded. But that was not a curse. It was preparation. The world wasn't ready for the version of you that has now emerged. The chosen ones are not born into privilege. They are forged through trials, pain, and isolation. And now that you have stepped into your power, people who once ignored you suddenly want to know everything about you. This detective represents the skeptics, the doubters, and even the system itself. Those who cannot comprehend how you have transformed, how you carry such a strong spiritual presence, and why you no longer conform to their expectations. They study you because they cannot replicate what you have. You move differently. Your thoughts are no longer dictated by fear. Your energy is undeniable. The chosen ones have always been under scrutiny. When you rise above mediocrity, you become a mystery to those who remain stuck in it. Your spiritual growth disrupts the norm, making you a target of curiosity, envy, and even fear. Some will admire you, others will resent you, and a few will do everything they can to pull you back down. But what they fail to realize is that your power comes from something beyond their reach. It is not something they can steal, imitate, or destroy. The system operates by keeping people asleep, trapped in cycles of doubt, insecurity, and conformity. But you broke free. You started thinking for yourself, questioning the narratives fed to you, and tapping into a spiritual awareness that most people will never experience. This is why they are watching you so closely. They want to understand how you did it, yet they fear what your awakening represents. Before, you were just another face in the crowd, easily ignored. But now you are a walking disruption. You are unpredictable, no longer bound by the limitations imposed on you. Your presence alone shakes the very foundations of what people thought was possible. You have shattered illusions, exposed falsehoods, and proven that true power does not come from wealth, status, or external validation. It comes from within. And this is what unsettles them the most. You have cracked the code. You no longer seek approval. You do not chase. You attract. You do not beg for opportunities. You create them. Your energy is magnetic, your spirit unbreakable. This makes you a force to be reckoned with. No matter how closely they watch, they will never truly understand you. Their minds operate on a lower frequency, bound by limitations you no longer acknowledge. Let them study you. Let them wonder. But never shrink yourself to fit back into a system you are meant to transcend. If you feel the shift and know your presence is undeniable, let the world know. Comment, "I am seen," below. Your energy speaks, and now they're listening. 2. You are a threat to the system. The world you were born into operates like a carefully structured system designed to keep people in line, predictable, and obedient. But you defy the mold. Your very existence shakes the foundation of their control. The moment you started questioning, growing, and breaking free from their illusions, you became a disruption. They don't fear you because you are weak. They fear you because you are strong. Your spiritual awakening threatens the artificial reality they have built, and that makes you a target. They watch you, analyze you, and try to decode you, not out of admiration, but out of fear. They wonder, how do we stop this one before they awaken others? The system is not designed for free thinkers, for those who dare to step outside the lines. It thrives on blind obedience, on people who follow orders without question. But the moment you realized your true power, the moment you saw through the deception, you became dangerous. The detective who is after you, it's not just a person. It's the energy of control, the forces that seek to keep you small, the voices that whisper doubt into your mind, trying to pull you back into the illusion. Society, your peers, even those closest to you, they may begin to turn against you, not because they hate you, but because they do not understand you. They are still trapped, still programmed, and your very existence reminds them of the chains they have accepted. You didn't just wake up, you woke up others. That's the real danger. It's one thing for an individual to awaken, but when that awakening spreads, it threatens the entire structure. The ones in power don't want free thinkers. They want followers. And yet, here you are, breaking barriers, refusing to submit, choosing truth over illusion. They have invested too much into keeping people asleep, and now you are ruining their plans. They will try to discredit you, manipulate you, make you doubt yourself. They will try to make you feel alone, abandoned, and afraid. But understand this, you are never truly alone. Others like you exist, and together, your light is unstoppable. You have shattered their illusion, and there is no going back. Do not let fear consume you. Do not let their tactics silence your voice. Keep growing, keep questioning, keep expanding. The system wants you to believe you are powerless, but the truth is, you are more powerful than you ever imagined. The very fact that they feel the need to investigate you, to try to bring you down, is proof that you are a force to be reckoned with. Keep moving forward. Keep waking others up. The world needs you now more than ever. Have you ever felt like your awakening makes you a disruption to the system? If yes, comment yes. If not, comment no. If you're not sure, comment maybe. Three, your awakening exposes the truth. When you awaken, the world is no longer what you once believed it to be. The veil is lifted, and you begin to see the truth behind the illusions that have kept humanity in chains for centuries. The deception that once controlled the minds of the masses crumbles before your very eyes. You are no longer blind to the lies, the manipulation, or the unseen forces that shape the reality around you. And that, chosen one, is precisely why they are after you. Knowledge is power. The moment you begin to unravel the hidden truths, you threaten the very foundations upon which falsehoods have been built. The world has long been controlled by those who thrive in the shadows, those who maintain order through secrecy, through deception. They do not fear you as an individual. They fear what you represent, the spark of awakening that can ignite the minds of millions. As the philosopher Arthur Schopenhauer once said, all truth passes through three stages. First, it is ridiculed. Second, it is violently opposed. Third, it is accepted as being self-evident. Right now, you are in that second stage. You are being opposed because you see what others cannot yet grasp. They will call you crazy. They will tell you that you are imagining things. They will try to discredit you, to silence you, to make you doubt yourself. Because if you begin to question yourself, if you start to wonder whether you are the problem, then they have already won. But let me tell you this, you are not crazy, and you are not alone. Every great mind in history, every spiritual leader, every revolutionary thinker who has dared to challenge the status quo has faced opposition. Even Jesus himself was persecuted for revealing the truth. The Buddha was met with resistance. Socrates was sentenced to death for questioning authority. The detective who is after you is not just a person, it is the system itself. It is the unseen force that seeks to maintain control, to keep you distracted, to keep you in fear. The moment you step outside of their carefully constructed narrative, they take notice. You become a threat, not because you are violent or rebellious, but because you inspire others to wake up. You expose the mechanisms of control. You break the cycle of generational conditioning. And when one person wakes up, they awaken others in return. So what do? You keep going. You stand firm in your truth. You embrace your spiritual journey without fear. Because the more you awaken, the stronger your energy becomes. The stronger your energy, the harder it is for them to contain you. Energy does not lie. The vibrations you emit cannot be silenced. And in the words of Mahatma Gandhi, first they ignore you, then they laugh at you, then they fight you, then you win. You are not here by accident. You were chosen for this moment. You were given eyes to see and ears to hear because you have a purpose that goes beyond what you have been told. The world may try to dim your light, but your spirit cannot be contained. They are afraid because they know that once the light spreads, the darkness has nowhere left to hide. Remember, your awakening is not just a personal journey. It's a shift that unsettles the world around you. They fear what they cannot control, but you are no longer bound by their limits. Are you ready to embrace your truth and step fully into your power? Comment, "I'm ready," below this video. Four, spiritual attacks and tests. The path of the chosen one is anything but ordinary. It is a journey filled with trials, opposition, and forces that seek to hinder your progress. The moment you awaken to your true spiritual power, you become a target. The system does not merely observe from the shadows. It actively fights back. It manipulates, suppresses, and even seeks to silence you. People you once trusted may turn against you. Doors that once seemed open may suddenly close. You will feel an invisible force pushing you back into the darkness. But understand this, these obstacles are not here to break you. They are tests. They exist to determine whether you are truly worthy of the immense spiritual power you possess. When you step into your divine calling, you trigger a reaction from the world around you. The system thrives on conformity, and anyone who dares to break free from its grip is seen as a threat. The opposition you face is not coincidental. It is a deliberate effort to stop you from realizing your spiritual destiny. You will encounter people who once supported you, but now speak against you. They are influenced by forces they cannot even comprehend. Do not be surprised when friends turn into foes, or when you find yourself isolated. This is part of the spiritual warfare waged against those who are destined for greatness. Imagine a relentless investigator, not of the physical world, but of the unseen realm. This force watches your every move, analyzing your weaknesses, waiting for a moment of vulnerability. It orchestrates situations designed to break your spirit. It sends distractions, creates illusions, and breeds doubt within your mind. This detective is not after your physical self. It is after your soul, your purpose, your mission. The moment you recognize this, you reclaim your power. The battle is not against flesh and blood, but against spiritual forces that wish to keep you from fulfilling your divine assignment. The system operates through deception. It creates obstacles that appear insurmountable. It ensures that those who do not conform to its control face backlash. Your growth threatens its existence. It will try to make you believe that your efforts are in vain, that you are alone, that the struggle is too much to bear. But these are lies designed to weaken your resolve. The system does not fear the average individual. It fears the chosen ones, those who dare to rise above its control, those who see beyond the illusion and awaken their true potential. Every betrayal, every setback, every moment of despair is a part of your spiritual training. These challenges refine you. They teach you resilience, discipline, and unwavering faith. The reason the system fights you so hard is because it knows the magnitude of your power. If you were insignificant, it would not bother. The pressure you feel is proof that you are on the right path. Diamonds are forged under immense pressure. Warriors are made through battle. You are being prepared for something far greater than you can imagine. So what do? You do not back down. You do not surrender to fear. You stand firm in your power. You recognize that every attack against you is a sign that you are doing something right. You move with wisdom, protecting your energy and staying connected to your spiritual source. The system may try to break you, but it cannot stop you. You were chosen for a reason. Your journey is not about survival. It is about triumph. You are destined to rise, to shine, and to transform the world around you. No force can stop a chosen one who truly understands their power. Stay empowered on your spiritual journey by subscribing to our channel. Here, we uncover the hidden challenges that chosen ones face and reveal how to rise above spiritual attacks and tests. Remember, your light is powerful, and no force can silence your divine purpose. Stay strong, stay awakened, and embrace the path meant for you. 5. You are different from the system. In a world built on rules, restrictions, and carefully crafted systems, you stand apart. Society operates on classifications, labels, and limitations, yet you refuse to be confined. While others fit neatly into predefined categories, you are an anomaly who cannot be easily defined or controlled. They try to study you, analyze you, and make sense of your existence. But no matter how much they scrutinize, they will never fully grasp who you are. The system thrives on predictability, yet you embody the unpredictable. This alone makes you a force they cannot contain. You are not like the rest, and that unsettles them. They rely on control, yet you break free from every imposed boundary. You don't just live within the system, you transcend it. The world wants to mold you into something familiar, something that fits within their framework, but you resist. You are a disruptor of the norm, a reminder that there are forces beyond their comprehension. Every attempt to confine you only reinforces their frustration, because, despite their efforts, you continue to rise. They cannot decode what was never meant to be understood by the ordinary mind. There is a spiritual awakening within you, an awareness that sets you apart from the masses who blindly follow the structures laid before them. You see through the illusions. You recognize the unseen forces at play. The detective in this metaphor, the system, the authorities, those who seek control, is watching, investigating, trying to track your every move. But you are always steps ahead. They want to understand your energy, your essence, your power. Yet they fail to realize that what fuels you is something beyond their reach. You are not bound by their perception of reality. You have tapped into something greater. Your journey has never been about fitting in. It has always been about breaking free. Those around you may not comprehend your path. They may question, doubt, or even fear the transformation happening within you. But that is not your concern. You are not here to conform. You are here to awaken. The chosen ones have always been misunderstood, hunted, and challenged, yet they prevail because their purpose is beyond the grasp of ordinary minds. Do not fear being different. Do not fear the watchful eyes that seek to contain you. Every chosen one faces opposition, but opposition is merely confirmation that you are on the right path. The system only fights what it perceives as a threat, and your existence challenges everything they believe to be true. The more they push against you, the more evident it becomes that you hold something powerful, something they will never control. You are a beacon of transformation, a testament to the fact that there are forces beyond the visible world. The moment you awaken, the hunt begins not because you are weak, but because you are powerful beyond measure. Stay vigilant, stay true to yourself, and most importantly, never let them define you. You were never meant to be understood by those who refuse to see beyond the illusion. You were meant to rise. Type, "I am beyond the system," if you know you cannot be controlled or categorized. Let the world see that you are different, chosen, and free. 6. Your energy is unmistakable. People can feel your energy before you even say a word. It's like a silent force that speaks louder than any introduction. Some are drawn to you, sensing your depth, your wisdom, and your spiritual presence. Others, however, feel uneasy because standing in your presence forces them to confront their own insecurities, their own illusions. You don't just enter a room, you shift its atmosphere. And this is no coincidence, it's a divine design. You were never meant to blend in. You were never meant to live an ordinary life. There's something about you that disrupts the status quo, that challenges falsehood, and that exposes hidden truths. This energy you carry is both a guiding light for those seeking enlightenment and a disruptive force for those who thrive in darkness. The chosen ones move differently. You don't seek attention, yet people can't help but notice you. It's not about how you dress or what you say. It's your aura, your spiritual presence. The weight of your soul, the strength of your consciousness, radiates from within. Niccolo Machiavelli once said, "It is better to be feared than loved, if you cannot be both." Many people don't know how to process your presence. Some admire you from afar, while others feel threatened by what you represent. The truth is, you don't even have to say much. Your energy alone shakes things up. And here's the twist: you've attracted attention. Not just from people who admire your spirit, but from those who feel unsettled by it. The world has placed a metaphorical detective on your trail. The moment you stepped into your power, you became a target. Some people want to analyze you, figure you out, and understand why you are different. They study you, but they will never truly grasp the depth of your spirit. This detective can come in many forms. It could be coworkers who constantly observe you, trying to decipher your success. It could be family members who question your path, unable to comprehend your transformation. It could even be old friends who suddenly see you as a stranger. You're not the same person they once knew, and they can feel it. You've outgrown old energies. You've let go of limiting beliefs. You've awakened to your divine potential, and now nothing about you is small anymore. The way you think, the way you move, the way you navigate life, it all carries power, and not everyone can handle it. Some people wanted you to stay the same. They were comfortable when you were doubting yourself, when you were questioning your worth, when you were playing small. But now, you've stepped into your truth, and your truth exposes their lies. Your growth highlights their stagnation, and instead of evolving with you, they would rather resent you. As the great Marianne Williamson once said, "Our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure." Your power triggers something in others. It either inspires them or terrifies them. You didn't betray anyone. You didn't do anything wrong. You simply elevated, and in doing so, you left behind those who refused to grow. But understand this: people will project their fears onto you. They will accuse you of changing too much, of becoming too different. What they fail to realize is that you were never meant to stay the same. Growth is your birthright. You have a spiritual responsibility to evolve, to embrace your gifts, and to walk in your divine purpose. Not everyone will understand your journey, and that's okay. The right ones will recognize your spirit, and the wrong ones will remove themselves from your path. Your energy is powerful. It reveals truths people would rather ignore. And that's why, wherever you go, you will always face resistance. But remember, this great souls are never meant to live unnoticed. You were born to be seen, to be felt, and to leave an impact. So, let them watch. Let them investigate. Let them wonder how you became who you are. Your presence alone is a revolution. Do you feel this is true? Comment with confidence. My energy is unmistakable. I embrace my power. 7. You cannot go back to sleep. There comes a moment in life when everything shifts. You no longer see the world as you once did. The veil is lifted, and suddenly, the system that once felt so real begins to reveal its cracks. If you are one of the chosen ones, you know exactly what this means. The moment you awaken, you become a target because you no longer fit into the mold society has designed. The system fears those who think for themselves, who refuse to conform, and who choose spiritual growth over blind obedience. And just like a detective tracking a fugitive, the forces that uphold the old ways will try to pull you back in. The world you once knew was built on distractions, fear, and manipulation. It kept you occupied with trivial pursuits, numbing your mind with entertainment, politics, and division. But now, you see the game for what it is. The Matrix is real, not as a fantasy, but as a system designed to keep you from discovering your true spiritual power. The moment you step outside of it, the resistance begins. They will try to make you doubt yourself. They will whisper in your ear that you are crazy, that you are overthinking, that you should just go back to normal. But you cannot unsee the truth. The old ways no longer satisfy you. The illusions no longer deceive you. And that is what makes you powerful. The world around you may still be asleep, but you are not. While others live in the illusion, you have stepped into the light of awareness. That comes with responsibility. You are not meant to just wake up. You are meant to stay awake. That means protecting your energy, strengthening your mind, and continuing to walk in your truth, no matter how much the world tries to pull you back. This journey is not about fighting the system head-on. It is about transcending it. The battle is not external, it is internal. Every time you refuse to be controlled by fear, every time you choose wisdom over ignorance, every time you trust your intuition over manipulation, you win. When you break free, you disrupt the programming. You no longer fit into the predictable patterns the system relies on. The people around you might react with confusion, resistance, or even hostility, not because they are against you, but because your awakening forces them to question their own reality. And questioning reality is uncomfortable. But here's the truth. You didn't come here to fit in. You came here to break cycles, to evolve, to elevate, and to awaken others in the process. Your presence alone is a challenge to the status quo. And that is exactly why the system tries so hard to keep you in line. The distractions will keep coming. The fear will be fed to you daily. The doubt will try to creep in. But as long as you stay centered in your spiritual awareness, you cannot be touched. The detective may be after you, but they cannot catch what they do not understand. You are operating on a higher frequency now. Your mind is no longer controlled by fear, and your spirit is no longer confined by the limits of this world. Keep walking, keep trusting, and most importantly, keep growing. The system was never built for you to win, so you must create your own path. And when you do, nothing can stop you. If you've awakened, there's no turning back. The system will try to lull you back into ignorance, but you must stay aware. If this message resonates with you, like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments. Let's support each other on this journey of awakening. 8. Biblical parallels. Chosen ones. Face trials. Your journey is ancient, woven into the fabric of time itself. Throughout history, those who were chosen have walked a path marked by trials, resistance, and relentless pursuit. You are not alone in this battle. Think of Moses. He was hunted from the moment of his birth, forced to flee, only to return as the liberator of his people. Jesus, the ultimate embodiment of divine wisdom and love, was constantly watched, betrayed by one of his own, and ultimately crucified for standing in truth. Paul, fearless in his mission, was imprisoned time and again for speaking the very words that would awaken countless souls. Do you see the pattern? The path of the chosen is never easy, but it is always purposeful. The greater your calling, the greater the opposition you will face. There is something about you that unsettles the world. You carry an energy, a light, a truth that many do not understand, and some cannot stand. When you start to rise, when you begin to step into your spiritual awakening, expect resistance. It is not a sign of failure, but confirmation that you are walking the right path. The detective is always after the chosen ones, not because they are guilty, but because they disrupt the system, challenge illusions, and awaken those who were meant to stay asleep. Every whisper of doubt, every betrayal, every moment of hardship is a test of your endurance, your faith, and your commitment to your divine mission. Look around you. Have you noticed how people react to your energy? Some admire you, others fear you, and some even try to tear you down. That's because when you embody truth, you become a mirror that forces others to confront their own darkness. Not everyone is ready for that level of honesty. Some will see you as a threat, some will misunderstand your purpose, and others will actively try to stop you. But hear this: the more they come against you, the more you must stand firm in your truth. Every struggle is proof that you are being refined, sharpened, and strengthened for something greater. The system doesn't chase those who conform. The enemy doesn't waste time on those who are lost. It is only the chosen ones who experience this level of adversity because they are meant to break barriers, shift realities, and lead others into the light. The attacks you face are not random. They are strategically placed to distract you, to make you doubt your power, and to keep you from stepping fully into your purpose. But here's what they don't understand. Chosen ones don't break. They transform. They rise higher. They take every setback and turn it into a stepping stone. So what should you take from all of this? First, understand that resistance is a sign of your significance. The trials you face are not punishments. They are confirmations. Second, never dim your light to make others comfortable. You were chosen to stand out, not to blend in. Third, let every challenge be a lesson, every hardship a teacher, and every betrayal a redirection towards something greater. The path of the chosen is not easy, but it is divine. Walk it boldly. Your spiritual awakening is not just for you. It is for the countless souls who will find their way because you dared to stay true to yours. Keep going. You are closer than you think. If you've made it this far, you're truly seeking wisdom. Comment, "I'm chosen" below to affirm your journey. Your engagement helps us share more powerful biblical insights with you. 9. You must be conscious of your power. Power without awareness is a dangerous thing. If you are among the chosen ones, you must understand this truth at your core. You have been given a gift not for personal gain, but for a higher purpose. Your energy, your presence, and your decisions are like ripples in a vast ocean, affecting everything and everyone around you. Every move you make holds weight, and every thought you entertain shapes your reality. Many have misused power before, leading to destruction instead of enlightenment. History has shown us time and time again that those who wield power without wisdom become consumed by it. As the great philosopher Socrates once said, "The only true wisdom is in knowing you know nothing." This is the mindset of the chosen ones, to remain humble, always learning, always growing. But make no mistake, the world is watching you. The system does not want you to rise. It will attempt to manipulate your power, to use your gifts against you. It will try to break you down, making you question your own light. That detective who seems to be after you, it's not just a metaphor. The moment you start shaking the foundations of the old world, forces will move against you. Those who once praised you may turn their backs. Those who doubted you will now fear you. You are no longer invisible. You have become a threat. This is the moment that defines you. Will you succumb to fear, or will you rise in spiritual wisdom? The choice is yours, but remember, you were never chosen to walk an easy path. You were chosen because you are strong enough to endure. As the great Marcus Aurelius once said, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. To navigate this journey, you must cultivate awareness. You must be intentional with your energy, disciplined with your actions, and unwavering in your faith. Your mind is a battlefield, and your spirit is the weapon that will keep you victorious. You do not need to fear the challenges ahead. Instead, embrace them as proof that you are stepping into your divine purpose. There will be moments when the weight of this power feels overwhelming, but do not forget, you are never alone. The universe conspires in your favor when you move with truth and righteousness. Stay grounded in spiritual wisdom. Keep your energy protected. Align yourself with your purpose, and no force, no system, no enemy, no detective will be able to touch you. So, rise up, chosen one. This world has tried to suppress your power for too long, but now, the time has come for you to awaken. The time has come for you to walk boldly in your truth. As Rumi once wrote, "You were born with wings. Why prefer to crawl through life? You are here for something greater. Trust in your journey. The detective may be after you, but they will never catch you because you are beyond their reach. You are divinely guided, spiritually empowered, and destined to leave an impact on this world that cannot be erased. To affirm your awareness of your inner power, declare your commitment. Comment below, "I embrace my power," to acknowledge your journey and inspire others to step into their own strength with wisdom and discipline. As a chosen one, the path you walk is not an easy one, but it is filled with purpose and power. The world may not always understand you, and challenges may arise, but trust that you are divinely guided. No matter who tries to stand in your way, your destiny is unstoppable. If this message resonated with you, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Spiritual Wisdom for more profound insights, and make sure to turn on notifications so you never miss our upcoming videos. Stay strong, stay awakened, and keep shining your light. Until next time, take care and stay blessed.